Again, this was written in by CT. She says, "Hello, Brock. I'm 26 years old and have been in a relationship with my now fiance for about 2 years. When I first met him, even before I started dating him, he was very verbal about his disapproval of women who, quote-unquote, sleep around. When he had first asked me how many partners I'd had, I felt like there was a pressure, and I told him I only had 2 sexual partners. The truth, however, is that I've had quite a few more than that. It felt fine at the time because we were only just dating. But now that I'm marrying him, I'm a little worried about lying to him about it. His opinion has not changed in the last 2 years. I want to tell him the truth just to clear the air, but I'm nervous about his possible reaction. I don't want to fight and argue because of something that means nothing and is in the past. Should I bother telling him? Thanks."
All right, CT, thank you so much for sending that in. That topic has definitely taken off on social media. I've been getting a lot of comments and things from it. I'm going to say this, and I'm going to give you 2 sides. A lot of people are saying, take this to your grave, sis. Don't tell him. Keep it to yourself, because nothing positive can likely come from this. Sure, he can listen to what you have to say, and you tell him the truth. And maybe with the love that he has built with you over the last 2 or so years, he will be able to look beyond this. Maybe. The likelihood, however, the circumstances are going to be that he's not going to. And the reason why is because his perception of you has been built on an understanding of something that was very important to him. When he verbally said what his standard and what his boundaries were, you weren't truthful. And I get it. He wasn't significant at the time, so you didn't really owe him much. But the relationship has been built with that understanding and that expectation, and he has a certain view of you. To build a relationship built on that, and being where you are now, you have gained access to a relationship that wouldn't have been afforded to you had you been truthful up front. So I don't think that you are going to have a positive outcome from this if you tell him. And I think that in a way, he almost has a right to make any decision that he wants. If he doesn't want to go through with the marriage and marry you, he has a right to that. If he wants to continue, he has a right to that as well. But you only being 2 or so years into a relationship and you're engaged, if you're feeling this way about it now, I can only imagine what 5, 10, 15 years is going to feel, especially you knowing that the way he feels about this type of topic is very important to him. I do think that you should be honest, because this is going to eat you alive. It just is. If this is how you're feeling now, it's going to be worse down the road. But you're going to have to understand that the outcome is probably not going to be the most positive. This is just kind of how it is. Now, we can get into he shouldn't feel that way anyway, and this is 2022, men shouldn't be this way. Fact of the matter is, he was very clear about what his boundaries were, and you gained access without being honest. So the repercussions are probably coming. Now, I really, really wish you luck, and I think you're going to be able to find the words that are going to help him see beyond this. I really, really do. The fact that you have a couple years together is going to weigh very heavily in your favor in making sure that this transitions positively. But just be completely expectant of a bad outcome. I think that's really, really important to understand. But I really do wish you luck, and I think that you're going to be able to find the words that are going to have a positive outcome for you.
I think that's what it is when it comes down to the topic of what it is, basically your body count, right? As the kids say.
Sure.
Your body count.
Sure.
Some people have strong opinions about that it doesn't matter. It was in the past. But you were breaking it down more or less that this was something that obviously meant a lot to this gentleman. And it's that point, it was almost the foundation to their relationship that they have now. And that's why it's a big deal.
Yeah, and I mean, him being so verbally communicative about this, which is something that women want. They want their men to communicate. Well, he has. And that communication has been betrayed from the very get-go. So he's going to probably be angry. I just want to really, reinforce this. And this isn't something significant. It's not like you lied about your favorite color.
Sure.
That's not what this is. This is something that's important to a lot of guys. And we can get into that topic, down the road. But we do need to acknowledge that this is an important attribute that a lot of men value. Whether we agree with it or not, it is. And he was very clear about it. But understanding that the way that he views her will likely change is something that she really needs to calculate in this decision. It will very much likely change the way that he views her every single day from now on. It just is. Men, if they feel this way, it's very hard for them to look past it. It just is.
Well, we wish CT, like you said, the best of luck in her conversation. Hopefully she makes that decision and it's the right one for her, and everything ends up being positive for sure.
Yeah, for sure. And yeah, just find those words that are nurturing and calming and uniting when you're bringing this up. The fact that you guys have been together is, really what should matter. I agree with a lot of people that are saying, like, what happened before you guys doesn't matter now, and really try to build your conversation around that. I think you'll have some positive luck there.
There we go. Thank you to CT for writing in. If you have a question or a story or something that you want Brock to tackle, we'd love to talk about it as well. Send me an email. Real simple, Gino, Gino, at WDODradio.com. We also post up the details on our Instagram as well as our Facebook, and we will be happy to cover that for you as well. More details on Brock and everything that he does, from the podcast to coaching one-on-one, matchmaking, and so much more, you can go to brockolson.com. Brock, thank you for the time. We'll talk to you next week.
Sounds good, Gino. Thank you.